have 2 seconds pause here. Those arms relax, and the legs, and then jump. Again. Again, 2 more. Bar a little bit closer, get right into the hip. Good.
Who's this, Stephen? Who is it?
I think before we talk about who this is, I want to talk about what time it is. 21 minutes late, lad.
Hey, over lad.
What's going on?
You've been working with solid.
Self-employed. You're self-employed now, mate.
I know. But no.
This is my mother, Pamela Fawcett. Just recently turned 59 years old. 59 years old. No, but that means that next year she'll be on 60 plus category. So.
Masters time.
Masters time.
Do you want games?
That's the goal.
Cool. Let's do it.
One more set, 3 jumps and then 5 reps. Good. Here, let's catch on parallel, deep power snatch. Okay. I think she's a little bit camera shy.
So what's going on here, Stephen? What's she doing?
So we've just been drilling in snatch technique and building up the volume that she can handle. So it's pretty boring, to be honest, if you're going to be filming her, but she's doing 10 snatches every 3 minutes and she's got 8 sets this week. Last week she had 6, next week she's got 10.
So has she been struggling with certain areas in the snatch or something? Or
it's just drilling the technique.
Yeah.
As you can see, sometimes she bends her arm a little bit early. So it's just getting a good volume of good reps, a good amount of volume of good reps before we start. She should be at a snatch 35-40, but because this overrides when she gets a bit heavier, it's limiting her. So just building the volume of some good reps.
It's building.
Building. But yeah, she's going to be doing that for the next 30 minutes, so it'll be great fun to watch. Walkies. Most excited dog in the world.
Oh, can't go so far. Could be back in the clock.
Be back in 3 hours.
No, not today.
She's going to do a quick half a marathon.
Quick hour. This time last year I was doing London to Brighton. Right, can you still be here when you're done?
Yeah, I'm here all day.
You're all there.
I'm here all week.
Right, come on, see you later.
Fun. Keep lemon with that thing in her hand, isn't she?
Keep flamming.
Travel.
What's your mum's history in training and sports and that?
So she played hockey for about 20-25 years. She's only just stopped playing hockey. She was playing like Saturday, Sunday, every weekend.
And she's what? How old is she?
She's just turned 59.
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. And she's only stopped playing hockey so she can do more CrossFit.
Nice.
But she would play Saturday, Sunday. After she'd played a game, she'd umpire a game. So it's like 80-minute match running up and down the side of the pitch. She'd done badminton and bits of other sports, but she used to run marathons. I think she'd ran 7 marathons, and then she had a few knee ops. So now she went into walking marathons, and then she can walk a marathon. I think she walked a marathon in 5 hours 15 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
I know many people who ran a marathon slower than that. You know, a lot. It's a fast pace to run that. 26 miles, but then she'd gone into that. Obviously wasn't enough for her, so she said this time last year she was doing London to Brighton, like 100 kilometre races she was doing, walking 17 hours at a time.
She won some bits, didn't she, as well? Did she win some?
Yeah, she used to win them. She's first back, she's not off. I get a text in the middle of the night. They used to always set off at midnight. Obviously, it was so long of an event. You should always get a text at some random time of the day. Give me a motivational quote. I'm struggling. Like, what are you doing? So, I've been walking for 14 hours in this race. Give me the Winston Churchill one.
Oh yeah.
You're going through hell. Keep going.
Yeah. That's the one. So now she just takes Meeks instead for.
Yeah, that's a count on that. No, now she just trains every morning in a little gym at home. She comes up here twice a week. Jack was PTing with her until his regionals prep kicked up after the Open. She comes on a Tuesday night, and a Friday. We just go through lifting and gymnastics and all that. Just everything fitness-wise, obviously she's fine with.
Yeah.
It's just fine-tuning the skills like
Technical
snatching and gymnastics and stuff like that. She's quite strong already. Deadlifts 100 kilos and front's got 70. It's not bad for a nearly 60-year-old.
No, it's not.
Nearly catching up with you, lad.
She is.
Yeah. You get a fan that cools you down, don't you? The fan blows into air, cools you down.
Yeah.
You don't open it, that's why it's full of sweat.
You've been doing a bit of cycling recently, haven't you?
I've been doing a bit, been dabbling. Me and Gucci have been hitting the roads.
Mr. Samuel.
He's a bit upset, is Gucci, because...
Tell them the story of it last night, come on.
Well, the night before last night, so, what was it? Wednesday night, I realised I can do handstand push-ups again, strict handstand push-ups. And he had handstand push-ups in his workout. And what was it? 10 handstand push-ups, 10 strict handstand push-ups, 15 box jumps, 20 wall balls, a minute rest, 5 rounds. And I beat him by about 3 minutes, and he was not happy. He was fuming, and I had surgery 12 weeks ago, or less than 12 weeks ago. So he's like, right, we're going out, we're cycling tomorrow, we're going out 40k, so I'll do you then. Anyway, we gets back, and he had Strava on his bike, and I had my watch. And he was giving it big uns to JB and Sketty, saying that he's faster than me and he smashed me. And I had a faster average speed in miles per hour, and he was fuming.
You don't lose it.
Absolutely fuming. You don't lose it.
You don't lose it.
The problem is with him, he's mentally weak.
We'll do next week. We'll go to Colin Woods the whole week, and you train like doing runs, and then you do like time trials on the Friday, and then you do the finals on the Saturday. So
What, is it a competition?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
part of your training?
a competition.
It's like
Is there a prize?
Yeah, it's for like first place is like a plaque. Then you do for like there's first place trophy. Then there's like first plaque, second plaque, third plaque.
And how much money's a plaque worth?
I don't know. There's no.
Well, I've lost
Yeah,
interest.
yeah.
I've lost interest.
It's Navy in there, so you get paid just to do it.
And what do you always get like the same part of that cannon?
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that you
So
carry?
well, like I'm like a couple of different positions just in case people get injured and that, but I'm like drag, so like you have to like pull it and that.
Big like
I was
that.
to lift it.
Okay, I'll look at him steaming for it. Go on, lad. Where are you?
I'm not on this. This is just like thingy. I've never actually done it before.
Oh,
So this is
Oh, so you're gonna take it apart?
yeah, mate. You like take it apart and run with it and then fire.
Are you allowed to wear your Metcons or?
Nah, you got to wear
them
boots. In case the pin drops on your foot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Some of the gun and the wheel fell on someone's foot 2 days ago. He just got a massive dent in his foot. People lose fingers and that all the time with it. Like someone was like,
Everyone's just finished at the same time.
yeah, it's really close. Like someone went to me, they were like, "Oh, do you want to be wheelie and that?" And I tried it, and you have to take your fingers up there and put your hand there. And I went, "Nah, I've got other stuff to do after this. Like, I still want to train. I'm not doing that."
Got a life to live after
Yeah.
it. Got regionals qualify for.
that's it.
But obviously, for people in the Navy, that's like the only sporting thing that they'll ever do. So they're just like, "I'm going to do this. That's what I'm going to do."
17. What's crack? What's the goal?
Yeah, just regionals next year. Literally, like like people like them. Those people have been asking us to do like comps and that, but I'm like, I'll probably just do like like teams of 3 where you just for like fun, like not even to go, but like nothing like 2 or 3 days individual or anything like that.
Yeah.
And like no Euro champs or anything.
like a small little, like that body power type.
Yeah, like there's one Battle for Middle Ground in Leeds, Trinity War or something, just an outside comp. Like I'm gonna do that, but then
There's no other individual focus over there.
nah, no.
And last year's Open, the main workout that dropped you out
Was the deadlift and handstand push-up walk. The ring muscle-ups wasn't. It was. I finished like. I think it was like in 90th place, so it was still pretty bad, but it was nowhere near. Like I think it was like 300th in the deadlift one.
So today, we'll have a look at, see if we can figure out what's up with this knee.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at your deadlifts and your ring muscle ups.
Yeah. It's more. Do you know where it's on the ring muscle-up is the dip? Because
you come through
transition and then like dipping out like sometimes. So you know when I do the strict ring dip work and that, I really struggle to fully extend in the dip, like even coming out. So like I'll end up being like that in the dip.
Yeah. Because you used to struggle to transition
Yeah,
over,
transition.
didn't you? You're fine with that now.
But when I can, like with ring muscle, like strict, I'm still terrible.
Yeah.
But like transitioning, like I used to get caught sometimes. You know when you catch like that, and then I used to not be able to get the catch. I can get the catch now. It's more like the dip. But I'd still have to
You
like.
don't think it's dip strength? Do you feel like it's dip strength or like something's just
Alright.
something just not like?
I think it's a bit dip strength, like chest strength. I just really struggle with the rings. But I don't know if it's like staying hollow as well, stuff like that.
Just come out of position. Right, let's see if we can figure out what's up with this leg.
Yeah.
And then we'll head downstairs.
So what are you doing here, Stephen?
Well, I think his leg pain's just coming from that cannonball stuff. I mean, he's never had it before. He's been having to do some stupid cannonball manoeuvre for the last 6 weeks, which has brought on a load of pain in his right leg, and just shown there that he has to pick this cannonball up with this one leg in front. So it's all going through that. So I think just by not doing that cannonball when it's gone in a week, that'll settle down. But there's a bit of an imbalance with his left and right leg, so just correct that out. How's that feel?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, let's see some squats again, normal air squats. Just taking pictures. Comparing the two. Let's go another set of them. Take long to recover from body power, or you're alright?
Nah, to be honest, I was good on Sunday, and then on Monday I felt a little bit, so I just rested, and then I was fine again. It was only because it was like sprint work, wasn't it?
Clinton, there's money on Monday.
Still got mine. Can't believe they didn't let us do the individual.
I know. We didn't want to run away. Who won it? Did Sammy won it?
Sammy.
Yeah, something won it, yeah.
Sammy, right?
JST.
GST programme.
Samantha.
Samantha.
Yeah.
Genuinely thought that he was on the programme for about a year, hadn't met him. And then I met him at Battle of the Beast, I think it was called. And came over and said hello, and it was with Bedders, who's here today. I was like, hi mate, Sammy. Sammy. It's like, and I'd been messaging him back and forth on the programme. And then it clicks, and it's like, fucking hell, I thought you were a girl. His name's Sammy.
In the girls' heats at Body
Yeah,
Power.
Oh, it was, yeah,
The
it was.
competition organisers put him in the girls' heats, the girls' competition, because they thought he was a girl.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got long hair like a girl.
Was he got 125 snatch and 150 clean and
Looks
jerk?
like a girl. No, he's a strong lad. Isn't he? Let's go lunge there and back, mate.
Strongest girl I know.
Yeah. See there where he's been jabbing, look. It's where he jabs. Old Navy boys are at it. Right, show me some air squats.
So what's he working on then? What's the...
Well, he struggles deadlifting. He can deadlift 200 kilos and he can back squat 200 kilos, so there's a problem. A bit like me.
That's what let him down in the open, wasn't it?
So
Right,
it was,
just saying.
where were you, Mikey, before that deadlift workout? Top like 10th or something like that?
Yeah, like, I think I dropped down to 15th after the third one. So I was 9th to 15th, then to like 30th or something.
Yeah. So.
And then in the last one, you shouldn't really have that attitude, but like there was no way of making it up, and there was no point in breaking yourself to.
Yeah, so just have a watch of him do some deadlifts. See what's going on.
And start the journey to regionals.
Start the journey to regionals, yeah. So he's come down today just to just so I can see him move and go through like his deadlifts. Struggles a little bit with ring muscle ups, and he had that little leg pain there. So just before I could put a program together for him for next year, just see him move a little bit.
So that's programming and giving him some stuff to work on for his imbalances.
Yeah, but I'm individual program for him, so we'll just stick it all in one program and take care of it all. So he's been on. Have you been on program for a year now? A year or two?
Nearly a year, I think.
Yeah.
I think I joined like summer last year, so like June. So nearly a year in June, I think.
He joined competition program. You on engine bias, weren't you? Engine bias program last year. Made loads of gains, got miles fitter.
He's on that one workout really.
Yeah, but it's like deadlifts and ring muscle ups when it's two movements that are like quite important.
Yeah.
Come around quite often to get you. It's not like it's just a small little exercise or a small type of workout. They're two quite big things. So get an idea of how to attack it this year now today. I'd love to jump up and do it, but can't.
It's hard off.
Shoulders falling off. Kip swings in, however you usually build up for some ring muscle ups. Let's see what's going on.
Max rate session going down.
Big max out, 6 minutes live on. By all means, business.
Down here.
Day after being in Berlin for a week, being run ragged all weekend, comes in next day and PB's, what was it, PB your power snatch?
Yeah. And overhead squat.
And overhead squat.
I was in bed for 5 hours. Codeine off my face. Told them, this guy, when we was in Berlin, sharing a house with 2 athletes in the peak condition, and he's walking around eating chocolate muffins and toffee and...
You weren't there.
I had a little bit of treating, but you weren't having meals, you were eating chocolate muffins instead.
Well, this lad was on his holidays.
Thumbs on Saturday.
Now was on his holidays.
He's on toilet all day on Saturday.
Alt top it.
Yeah.
You enjoy yourself.
Yeah. This man is literally me 3 years ago. Shite at deadlifts and shite at dipping. The good thing is that I don't get it better. I did it myself.
So what's the plan for the year, Micah? Regionals?
Yeah, just
is that the goal?
Next year. Just trying to obviously iron out the weaknesses now instead of like going off and doing like 10 comps.
I usually do.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just to try and get that baseline and get ready for next year.
I think with the stuff from this year, the performances this year, apart from them, was it 1-2 workouts that probably set you back?
Basically, I think one workout. I think the third workout wouldn't have really mattered that much in the end.
No.
But that fourth one definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just something to work on, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
of course it is.
sometimes it's just like letting go sort of like your ego and going to compete and stuff like that, because competition's always going to be there.
Of course they are. Yeah, of course they are.
So look at stricties.
Can't even do them.
Have you not got on yet?
Nah. Like sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
Well, I'm sure I was done here.
Yeah, you are. Give me a camera.
I'm just terrible at getting over.
What about the ring muscle?
So it's just for a bit of stiffness or...
I'm just seeing if he is just weak at pulling, or is his chest kind of holding him back, being tight there and getting all the way through in that range. Seems a little bit tight. Overarm over leg.
Is he strong on his weekend?
It's my strong.
I've only got half the chest as well, so that's all my muscle there where you're touching.
You know what you mean?
I haven't got any muscle like here.
We're like the same person. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You actually got... What's happened there?
It's I think it's nerve damage.
From?
Spike went through my arm when I was like 10. And,
Woo!
but they said that there was no nerve damage. But that's why...
Glad. Yeah.
And then that one's worse.
This is why we're short with dips.
Yeah.
So what happened from this part?
So there's a spike went in under there. See,
Yeah.
it came out there.
What was it?
On like, you know, one of them the fences just with the spikes on, like
Yeah,
that all people have.
Hunt Rob.
Not Rob. Were you on the Rob?
Yeah. No, not when I was 10. I just fell on it.
Fuck.
But they said at the time there was no nerve damage, and I've looked up online. No one knows there's loads of wrestlers have got it.
Right.
So when they get older, the chests are like coming
Massive
apart
pair,
like that.
really big
It's not
pair.
fair. It's just constant pounding on the floor and that.
Yeah.
Just the nerves. Getting hit wrestlers, like pro wrestlers, American wrestlers and that.
So is that same like with bench press and stuff? You struggle with that stuff, or is it not?
Nah, like but I'm not great at it because I don't know how to do it. But like I can still like,
Yeah.
I can keep up. Like, you know what I mean? I can do like 90, 100 for reps.
Go back on with that left. Operation. Get some pecs. I might have to get him and Jack on the same
Been trying for 8 years. I know, well, that's, you know, when I come down for that training day, JST, I took my top off from that. And the first thing Jack went, fucking hell, I'm not the only one with the shit chest. Mine's actually better. I was like, oh, yeah.
Put me back on.
Yeah.
Smaller, innit? Mentally weak. What happened there, Niall? At least he knows.
And then if I do get a chance, I'll just do some stuff from the strength bias next week. I'll just be doing some lifting. You know what I mean?
Get some bits in.
Yeah.
Go for like, I'll send this stuff over to just get bits of it in.
Yeah. Spot on.
Alright.
Cheers for that.
No problem. We're gonna do the next episode, and Mike's just gonna walk in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have these shutters up. She'll not be able to fit through that door.
Munweiler, watch out.
Yeah. Mikey Shteliov, the Russian.
I'm going to be the new Russian. Actually, I can't do that now because I've already had a UK athlete go to the games. That always happens, isn't it? Because when the Russians got in, it was like when you got in, it was like the first like film must have been good because he was still English, but he had that UAE flag next to him, didn't he?
There was a guy actually that made it in like 2009 from Train Manchester.
Hey,
Jamie Crichton. Yeah.
Back when it was scaled.
Yeah. He just had a paid performance. Yeah. No, he qualified through like regionals and that.
Yeah.
There wasn't many people entering.
Yeah, there's two guys at the gym down there doing sectionals.
Sectionals, yeah.
Yeah. couldn't even do total bar and that.
What's your thoughts on the Russians? Get the camera in.
What's the thoughts on the Russians? Clean. Nah, well, Andrew Gannon has been there for years, hasn't he? Like he's been
trying for that.
I wasn't expecting him at all to go, but when you listened to and watched him, like it was like, oh, I changed this. Like for once, he actually changed his training. Like he's always got interviewed, and he'd just say, I'm doing this, and like he actually changed his training so to get there. So he was always sort of like in and around, wasn't he? But I still didn't expect him. And then that Krenikov, I didn't even know who he was. No. But he finished second after like games and that someone was posting about that.
Oh, that couldn't
moved that well, or he didn't even look like on the handstand walks. He was so good at them because like when he was like walking and he was going like that, but like staying up and get like literally just walking over it. But like he didn't like, and then that last event, I don't even know how he won it because like he didn't move the best or. But like that part of the world, like they just get it done, don't they? Like there's that guy who won European champs. And he finished 39th in that first workout.
How was that?
And he done that at Euro Champs as well. He finished like 40th on the bleep test. And his mindset's just like, if you finish 40th, like, you'd be like, I've got no chance of getting in. And he just keeps working and working. And like he finished 7th in the regional. It was just, their mindset is just crazy. They don't
have emotions, do they?
No
such thing as emotions.
Like when he won, he was just like with his hood on. He was like, oh. He's just not bothered. Like. But I don't know. That if it
like any Russian could go on and achieve like amazing things and be clean the whole life, but because they're Russian now and what's happened, they'll always
if they're willing to do it in a sport for the Olympics where you don't make money, then in a sport like CrossFit where they do make money at a.
Why would you not? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you don't want to go about.
Some people get like a payout from government.
Well, yeah, they do. But like, what bobsleigh do you know? Like that makes, like even that you know, do you? But like, you don't want to just say like, oh look, you don't want to go around accusing everyone of being like on gay and that because that's just you don't want to even get caught up in thinking about other people. You just want to concentrate on yourself, don't you? You just want to. But sometimes you just look and you're just like,
come on.
Like, I don't know. Like he's my age, you know what I mean? And he's like, he looks. I know that cameras do stuff like make you look bigger, whatever. Like he just, I wouldn't even know if I. Like if I stood next to him, I might be the same size as him. I don't know, but like he's 23 and he looks like he's about 40. Like he looks.
How big was this when you saw him? You saw him then. Was he big? Was he a big guy? Are you tall? Is he?
It was probably about Jack's height.
So was that 6?
5'11".
Yeah, just pushing 6.
He wasn't like a giant. He
no.
didn't even look that big. Like I barely even saw him in the warm area. I kept thinking that this guy was this other Russian guy, that Gina guy.
Yeah,
he was big.
And then it was into like the third day when you seen him, and I was like, oh, so it's him. Yeah.
He got tested twice though at the weekend, so we'll see.
A lot of people got. Mum keeps going straight away, didn't he? But he's always gonna.
10 people. Yeah, 10 people got just after athlete briefing.
I listened to that.
10 people got
the Red Pill podcast on the way driving up. You know the one about doping.
Yeah.
And the cyclists have got it so much. Like they are like on that whereabouts system, and they get like the blood tested like 5 or 6 times a year to say. But obviously they're like in a team, aren't they? So they're a professional athlete that's in a team. So whereas in the open you can't do that because you can't just go to like. Come to someone in here and go, all right, you're doing a 5 o'clock class, I'm going to test you, and you'll be like, you know what I mean? You can't, and the money for that is just ridiculous. You can't do that, but it's
not a sport, is it? With funding, it's a commercial business.
Do that, like the biggest athletes do get tested, like what Matt Fraser, like well, when Castro just puts on a Twitter saying, oh yeah, I've just tested him, he's clean, like to do that, but then it's only them people that always get tested. It's not these like that Krenikov coming in.
Everyone who's made the games go on like a database. Like I still have to, if I go away somewhere and I can't be back here within 24 hours. I've got to write on this database like when and where I'm going.
Even still now?
Even still now, yeah. Even though it has been. No, I don't know how long that'll last for, but I did it the other week. Yeah. No, done. Done for now.
For now.
But yeah, they've got to do that. But like I said, it's
too many of the GST secrets away to the uncomers, and that's why.
But it's like You could do this in any sport, I guess. People could dope their faces off for 10 years and then be clean for 2 years and then enter and be fine.
You still got that bit, like that's what they said in that thing. It was like a really good thing. It's like if you do the anabolic stuff for 10 years, right, and then say like have 3 years off, you've still got like you wouldn't know where you are without that 10 years of like gear in you.
So could just be a really talented guy.
But to be honest, with them Russians going, it'll be good to see what because they're literally just like mongs. So
I think they're going to do really
so
well.
at the games,
I just think they're going to turn up and be
the heavy
like,
stuff and that, like
yeah,
like that Gannon like running on that thing. You wouldn't. Did you see the way he ran from the boxing he was going? I mean, in Linda that was, and I was like, how did he run a 3 miler in that time?
didn't he used to do that stuff before?
Kayaking, didn't he?
Kayaking, and there's something else. They was talking about something on the feed saying.
Tell you what was good was at regionals to see that many UK athletes there. Like,
Yeah, there was a lot on there.
Yeah.
And
And there was
they're
like a
not-
young lad, Sam Stewart, Irish lad, who came second in that snatch workout. So that was good to see as well. And there's a few Irish people that are injured in that as well coming back. I think next year is going to be a lot more competitive in the region because people are going to have more confidence as well because they didn't realise what it was like. And it's going to be this year, like getting in this year, I think was like the easier way because of the changes and no one really realised. So like people that could have probably made it for like, oh, I'm not going in that Meridian regional because it is nails in it like last year.
It's good because that's the problem. UK's had CrossFitters over the last few years. Because the standard's been that high at regionals, they've just accepted that, oh, I'm just going to do like, I don't know, Battle of Britain, I'm just going to try and win that, like you. No, but they're just like, they've been happy just going and just trying to be that good, rather than just trying to be like, let's get to top of regionals. But now if that standard's come down, they might be like, there you go.
I think the Russians will do really well, mate.
I think they will.
I think they'll just be. Some people turn up and they're like, oh my God, it's Fraser, it's Fikaiski, like he's good at this, he's good at that. They're just going to turn up and like, I'm just going to win this. I'm just going to win this event, and that's it. That's be all. That's it.
Russian said he's been CrossFit for 2 years, but that's like that rule in CrossFit, isn't it? Like you've been doing CrossFit for like 7 years, but you've only really been good for 2 years. So you see, you've been doing it for 2 years, and you're like, you know what I mean? You know, you started at this time. Just because you were shit for 5 years doesn't mean that you weren't doing it.
But it'll be cool to. I think they'll do well. I think they'll be cool to see for sure.
It's good. There's already 10 new people going to the games, isn't there? So. In that south regional, that's normally terrible as well. There's like some good athletes come through on there.
The big ones are West this weekend. There's like
and the
Central.
Have you seen Central? It's got like 12 games athletes in the regional, and you're like.
But the same with the West. I think they've got like 8, 7 previous.
Meridian have got a few.
Meridian have a few, yeah.
Meridian's going to be good. That Willie George.
Yeah, I think he's going to go, surely.
But it's not one of these though, because like
Guy's
you
a
see
beast.
someone like last year he was really well and he finished like a decent place and then like smashes the open and then comes into like Alex Vignal finished 25th at regionals. Like how? He finished second in the open and he's like actually a really good. There must be something happening there.
He wasn't that region where assault runners went.
Yeah.
East.
Yeah, East. He was East. Yeah.
Yeah, it was East region, yeah. He's usually against Fraser and Gallen, isn't he? But Fraser's in Central this year.
Yeah. Because won it for the first time, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Finally.
did, yeah. Just Fraser.
Tell you who else is good in that region? That Tim Poulsen.
Yeah, I like him. He's good.
I don't know how he's not broken. He trains like 50 hours a day, and isn't like I don't know how he trains that much. I know that it's like Instagram and like, because when I look at Instagram and I'm like, he's smashing at him like, and then you see him he's competing, you're like, all right, yeah, yeah. You just make yourself a class on Insta.
Yeah, like everyone else.
What's on the card, Stephen? What's for the rest of the afternoon?
We've got Mr. Bedford coming over. A little catch up. He's been programmed for him for over a year now, year and 18 months. He's trying to go over a bit more often for a bit of coaching. So see what Mr. Bedford, see what I can do for him. But we've just got 2 consults now with 2 new lads on individual programming. So we'll keep the names disclosed for new data protection rules. But yeah, see what these guys, see what the crack is with them, and then have some fun with Mr. Bedford.
Cool. Sounds fun. Busy afternoon.
Yeah, busy day. Busy day. We try and get the programming. Well, I was up at 5:30 this morning to get the rest of the programming finished for next week, but we try and get that typed out and uploaded at the beginning of the week, and then towards the end of the week, a bit more like in the gym coaching and stuff.
Yeah.
just when regionals and open comes around, your schedule just goes to pot. It's all over the place. So. Big lad, how we doing? Cool. No, sounds good, man. Yeah, I mean, we just need to kind of figure out I mean, I know a bit about you as an athlete, but just kind of get as much of an idea of kind of what you've done in the past, what you're kind of currently doing, like the type of training, what's worked well in the past, and kind of where we want to get to, so I can kind of piece the puzzle together. There's two options that I've got, and the easiest way to go about it is this: like, one of them's individual programming and one of them's individual coaching. And the main difference being that the coaching one is just like, it's just more. There's like a catch up like this each week, and there's just more. There's more input from me as a coach. And that's the type of stuff that I've had Phil and Jack on. Mitch has been on the individual programming, so they both work well. It just depends for you really how much help do you need from me. So the individual program is 80 and the individual coaching is 200 per month, and it just reflects, like, it's 3 times as much of my kind of work to you, which is why it's nearly 3 times the price. So I guess it's kind of onto you, kind of what you feel you'll want from the program. I can still give, like, we'll still talk often on the individual programming, still give you a great program. It's just how much do you want from it, how much do you want from me? Yeah, I mean, I still give it the intro program like a lot of time, and we will still have catch-ups. It's more like there's a lot more like monitoring of like daily workouts and just being, just texting often, like maybe in between your session I'm there, just if you could text me out there to be, hopefully I'm with my phone, just get back to you. Whereas the individual program, it'd be like, right, I've got slot is Thursday, where I'll go through all the stuff that is sent me, or go over all the messages we've had in the week, and just make sure that kind of everything's in line. Just try and find a bit about your kind of strengths and weaknesses. So first off, let's just start with strengths. What areas do you think are like, if that type of this movement or this type of workout comes up, you usually feel like, right, this is the one that I'm going to smash. It's general is like, is there certain movements? Like, so the last, let's say the last 6 months, like how was training looked? I just need to try and get an idea of like the type of work you've been doing, and how I can link that with the type of work I want to start doing. So it kind of, so your body's for starters not just getting a huge shock, and central nervous system's getting smashed. Yeah. So how's your programming? How's your training kind of looked?
Yeah, was that then, Stephen? All got a plan?
What's a plan? I'm sweating under here. It's hot. It's hot in this room.
I'm working hard. So work that, lad.
I'm used to this crafting, like. Mr. Bedford's just arrived, haven't he? I've got another call though in 5 minutes, so I might just tell him I'm running a bit late. We'll see how Paul's getting on. It's sunny in Wakefield. What? Sunny as all. I'm a best time going. 10 inch jumps. No. Straight out Stirling on the Monday. We had 4 days there, and then 3 days of the competition. So it was busy with seven athletes trying to look after. Between me and Niall.
Babysitting.
Babysitting, no. It was good, but it's knackered by the end of it.
Yeah, I bet you are.
It's alright. I was constantly.
You're not pissing off.
Take a chance. We flew back Sunday night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But it was like we'd start at 11 o'clock. and then I'd warm someone up, and then they'd go off and do their event, and then you'd be trying to watch them, but then you need to warm someone else so we can get them going, and then they'll be off, and then someone will be coming from their event, we'll go talk to them.
Yeah.
Between me and
I
now,
bet you were knackered,
it was
eh?
like 7 hours,
Yeah.
and we didn't touch a drop of water or food for that time at the night. Just like that. Now I was living off chocolate muffins.
Living the dream,
I
that,
was
same day.
I was on a tortellini. Just get this tortellini, chuck it in a pan and just let it boil for a minute, 2 minutes. Lived off tortellini for a week.
Laugh of a coach.
Yeah.
Good though.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Enough? Another centimetre. Only in about 4 hours. Cool, mate, yeah. Where'd you get them socks from, baby?
Don't know, I've had him ages. Why?
I can tell.
Well,
Grandpa.
yeah, full.
It's like the socks you get when you've got your PE kit at school. You got given. I'm going to give you an left leg forward, left leg out, left arm out. Yeah, mate. See if we can get another couple of sets in. We've only got 6 more reps, but 7 if you count this one.
Is that baby oil that's the trick of this. Get top of some baby oil.
Get the new light in it.
Steve Fawcett spraying you.
We did a photo shoot here once, remember? We all got baby
I
oil.
were here, but yeah.
We all baby oil each other.
And I was still the best one.
oiled you?
We're all baby oil.
Oh, were you? Oh, God.
We had like me, John and Phil Escuff, and then we had like Amar and a couple of members, and it was just awkward as fuck.
Wet floor signs everywhere.
He's here.
He's got some.
Right, jump up.
What's the big lad's issues then?
Straight tight.
What's up?
The lat or the cuff goes straight tight. I can feel that straight away.
Just getting a bit of pain in his shoulder doing his pull-ups. Just try to free his left lat up. Just speaking to the camera and get it working.
Put your arch down. Leave that out.
Same with his chest. He could do with giving a bit of his pecs to Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, lend Mikey some of your pecs for you. Mikey, I've got a pec donor for you. A pec donor.
You got too much pec?
Yeah, and Mikey's not got any.
I'll have a bit as well.
And he going
I've
swear.
seen yours. Yeah, I can go. Yeah, definitely.
Just keep going, man. Just do as much as you can. More I can just see you training.
Yeah.
The more like if I'm here and it's like my shoulders fucking hurting on these pull-ups, then I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It just helps over time, those little tweaks. Helps with progression, yeah. If we can get boys like Mikey and Jax obviously,
Yeah. You're training with them.
good environment training.
What's the goal, Paul? Compete. What's the goal? Competing more or what?
I want to get to games with a 35, 39.
That's true.
Do you really?
That's what I'm working towards, yeah.
That's fucking pretty cool. Actually, I did not know that.
Oh, he's up there. What was he before? He had shoulder little tweak for ring muscle. He's up there in like
63rd, I think, before I hurt my shoulder.
What was Johnny saying before about you finishing open around top 50 to have a chance?
There's a bit of cheating in. There's a bit of cheating in opening there. So if most people are gaining like 20 spots after open age qualifiers.
Yeah.
People are just sticking scores in. They need changing next year. Big time.
Yeah, when I got told that they don't take videos for the first one, I was like, what? You don't take videos for the Masters? I was like, are you joking me?
Your first,
You got what?
You don't take videos for the Open for the Masters, like they don't.
no. And your first score, your first open age category score is your finish in the open.
Yeah.
You could just lie out your back teeth.
That's what I mean.
First, and you've got first place in your first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no video. That's the only thing they need to change.
We're done for the day. So that's
I think so. I'll just watch Paul do a bit. And what time is it? 10 to 2. Do a bit of training.
no man.
Don't even know what I'm doing yet. Let me have a look. No doubt some nasty shit on a bike for a long time.
Did you miss
Because there's nothing else I can do.
Is that Mr. Mansfield's?
Mr. Mansfield, yeah. Turning me into...
Nasty man.
He's a nasty man. It's like we're both programmed for each other, so I'll send him his CrossFit stuff, he's sending me cycling stuff. And if he sends me something nasty, then his program next week is hard. And then because then I've made that hard, he makes mine even harder, and then we just keep like going at each other until we fall to pieces. Oh, I've got put a bit more. I can squat again now with a barbell, so get a bit of that into some cycling. Just get a good sweat on for an hour.
Just training for the day, Steve.
Training for the day. Yeah.
Getting some in after a busy morning.
Yeah.
PT's done.
Session's done. Call's done.
What have you been doing recently for training? I know you've been pretty busy with did the body expo, didn't you? And
yeah. Last 2 weeks has been a bit all over the place for training. I've just been doing a lot of cycling stuff. I've got Phil Mansfield doing my giving me some sessions to do. I've entered a duathlon at the end of the year, or towards the end of the year.
Where's that at? Where's it?
Parbold.
Oh right, okay, is it?
Down Parbold Hill for fucking 6 times.
Okay.
But it's like 5k run, 27k bike, 5k run. I just entered it, so I've got a bit of
something to
focus.
Yeah.
I'm not dangling around on ring too early. But I can start doing little bits slowly. So I just thought, well, I've had a couple of weeks of training here and there. Just throw some stuff together. There's often quite a few that Phil gives me like 6 minute, like a steady pace into some strength work.
Yeah.
But cycling strength work's a lot different to strength work that we'd be used to. Like there's sessions, 6 minute bike, 300 step ups,
Oh my goodness.
4 rounds. Like that was a cycling strength. It took me an hour and 50 minutes. 1200 frigging step ups.
So have you got much in since, like I said, since you had body power, since you had regionals?
No,
since...
like just bits when we could. When we was away at Berlin, me and Niall would just fit in little workouts here and there.
Was Berlin with the guys being there from completely not coaching, not competing at all to just being just having your coach in on full time instead of part time.
Yeah, it was a bit weird at first, like when they're going through the briefing on the Thursday night and stuff. And usually you're like sat in there with the briefing, and that's when the nerves start.
Yeah.
And it's a bit different, just like sat back and watching that. But it was weird because I hadn't been training for it. It wasn't like a shock to the system. Like I knew that it was. But it was good to be coaching side, help people out and get them ready rather than being the athlete. I guess I got no other choice.
Yeah, the guys did pretty well, didn't they, over the weekend? Some good
Yeah, they
results.
did good. Yeah, it was. I think Jack got 9th. I think it's a bit disappointing. I think he didn't got top 5, but he's learnt a lot. I think for next year, he's going to give it another go. When he gets back, we'll sit down and go through it. Same with the rest of the guys. They've all got 3 weeks off, so we're just going to catch up with them all in that time and put our plan down for next year. Hopefully, have a big group of us going over.
Yeah, be cool that next year.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying doing more coaching. Got a little bit less. Well, the compete program and all that stuff has blown up, so that's taken a lot more of my time. So training, I've got like 90 minutes a day, 60, 90 minutes a day. So I just train hard for that time and crack on and have a job like most other people.
Yeah, for once.
For once.
That's what we're thinking.
So I'm going off the same structure that Phil usually gives me for a strength session. It's 6 minute bike. We'll use a bike erg. It's upstairs, bring it down, and then it's like roughly 6 minutes of usually loads of lunges. So I'll keep lunges in every part, but mixed up. I can do a few more exercises now, you see. So if we have a different exercise.
Since you got a bit more movement back in the shoulder since
like it started getting really sore a few weeks ago, but it's because I hadn't been like, I didn't want to do loads of rehab, so I could let it heal properly. But then when I started doing a bit more now, it's reacted well. So
it's good.
start doing bits.
Handstand push-ups.
beating Gucci at handstand push-ups already. But what did I know? What was I doing the other day? I could do some strict pull-ups. Like say handstand push-ups.
You put some weight overhead, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, some dumbbells overhead, which I'm going to do again today. Put them overhead there. Yeah, just mix up, just try and move it around as much as I can, but without pain. See where it goes.
Have some fun.
What do you reckon we should put in there?
Now you're asking. I don't know.
Or what does Bradley want to see in an
You're gonna put a barbell in there for? Oh, you're not gonna not touching barbells.
Bar is just I can't do a great. I can't front rack.
Oh yeah, you can't, can you?
And I can't really deadlift because it just pulls it down. A
No,
lot.
deadlift's rubbish.
Yeah, we don't do deadlift.
No one deadlifts.
Deadlift should be banned.
So gymnastics in there? Can you hang off a rig and do any gymnastics, or
I
can you
pull
hang
up actually.
some pull-ups in there?
Straight pull up. 5
It's all
strict pull ups.
strict. Oh, wow, okay. Building that strength. It's building. We're building.
This is just going to be a lunge. And this is going to be a lunge.
You're still going, this lad. Look at him. Specimen. The big human. Games bound next year maybe. That's the plan. 2019 games are coming for you.
So what that be? 12, 24, 48 minutes. Heart rate around about 140, 145 all the way through. So it's just like not super intense, but it's a good amount of work. Come on with some more exercises and get going.
Workout done.
Workout done. Did you enjoy that?
It was a good one. It was a good one.
Sweaty. What are you doing, lad?
Don't do much anymore, so it was a
Go
good to.
Go.
Good to stretch the old legs.
2 has-beens going at it.
This is it.
Like 2015 all over
Yeah,
again.
it was.
Except we were probably a lot quicker then.
So what's the keeping them training sessions up all year? What's the plan for the year? Are you gonna compete again or not? Or I know you've got plenty
yeah,
on.
I mean, I think I'll always compete.
I know you said you got the duathlon at
Yeah.
the end of the year, is it? Well, when's that again?
That's in October, I think. Just want to get the shoulder back to working properly before I decide what competitions I'll do. But yeah, I want to get the shoulder right and moving properly before I decide what competitions. Don't want to rush it into anything. Got plenty on with work and coaching these lot, so and the compete program, so that's keeping me busy. Keeping me mind going.
I know you're the new founding president of the FRF, is it, I believe?
Got a big role.
Was it Fitness Racing Federation?
FRF UK, yeah, Fitness Racing Federation.
What's lined up for that for the rest of the year?
Yeah, they've got what we got now. 23rd and 24th of June, they've got the nationals. Which I like to explain the whole thing. It's a governing body that's been set up for fitness racing competitions, with the end goal as eventually being recognised by the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, and eventually getting functional fitness into the Olympics.
You're getting like funding and stuff for you.
Yeah, so if that was to happen, it would then get recognised by like Sport England and UK Sport, and they'd be able to get funding through for athletes and coaches.
I suppose it's going to bring potential more athletes to the sport, innit? If there's more money there, there's money to be had.
Yeah, I guess youngsters are gonna get into it a bit better if they know that they can actually make like a career out of it.
Yeah.
But it's more like longevity of an athlete. Like an athlete can then be an athlete for 10, 15 years.
Yeah,
and
instead of
get
just being
money to be funded rather than...
What's the average lifespan now? There's something that's about apart from the 1% that goes to the games. You've got your 1% who goes to the games, haven't you?
Yeah, and like
There you go. A lot of the times, the rest of them, a lot of the middle guys, they're still working jobs, aren't they? A lot of them.
Exactly.
Even if it is only even if they're running a gym still, they're still going to run a business, aren't they?
It's a lot of, you've got to get a lot of training in, and not even the training outside of training. You've got to spend a lot of time like recovering and doing bits here and there, and you can't really hold down a job that's gonna. People do, but the higher the standard goes, the more time
That's
people
it.
have to put
As
towards
time
it.
as time goes on, yeah.
So it's just getting some funding to support athletes like that, and it's by no means like going against CrossFit. It'll definitely help CrossFit in the UK and around the world. It's just making things a bit more professionally run, and they're putting a bit more of a strict doping policy on it.
Yeah.
Is it,
Any idea what that is?
what's that?
Yeah, WADA, is
World
it?
Anti-Doping
WADA?
Association.
Yeah,
WADA.
WADA, yeah.
WADA, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Also on that weekend of the Nationals, they've got like a presentation with WADA. A bit of an insight into like the athlete development system, and kind of like the plans for the future, what's projects. So it should be good. Workouts. Mr. Mansbridge has designed the workouts for the Nationals.
Oh, is it?
And, yeah, so they look good. Should be an interesting weekend. Look to see on what they are.
To be fun to see what the all the UK guys going head to head, like the top
Yeah, it's
guys.
good.
So even like
Pretty much like 80% of the top girls and guys that have.
even
top-
guys like your Eskifs and your
Haskell's
Elliot Simmons and that,
involved.
they're all coming over, aren't they? So
Should be because it's just the individuals as well. So it's just gonna be like 15 guys and 15 girls like going at it. So it should be a good competition. It's interesting to see how it goes
and all covered, hopefully,
on.
by Fitness Feed.
Fitness Feed Media
We're not playing
Where the
games, here,
listener
guys.
comes first.
They do.
So that should be good. There's that, and then
Punching the.
just got a lot on with these. Got quite a few more individual clients now, along with all the compete programming. So I'll try and have a good run, get some guys to the games next year. Got a couple of masters,
Yeah.
Paul and my mum that were in this morning,
Mr. Bedford, Miss Fawcett.
and the usual JSC clan, Edie and Cornthwaite, wanting to give it another run. So just have a good year, see what we can do.